back. We've all watched those life hacks videos on social media. But what about hacks for your business? Well, Startup Campus 22 on Sloan is hosting the Global Entrepreneurship Week Hackathon. It brings business leaders and entrepreneurs together to develop solutions for each other. Let's discuss this now with Matebe Zobo from Telkom and Mishongo Beni of Geek Culture, who are both sponsoring the event and are here with me in studio. Let me start with you, Matebe. Just tell me a little bit more about this event, what it does, and how it helps entrepreneurs.
Great. Thank you so much, Masoko, for having me on your show, and welcome. And thank you for your listeners as well for tuning in. Essentially, the Telkom Future Makers, which is Telkom's Enterprise and Supply Development Unit, has decided to sponsor an event with 22 on Sloan in celebration of Global Entrepreneurship Week. And the reason is that we want to use this opportunity to stimulate the spirit of entrepreneurship while solving problems that are very serious and that actually we do find in the telecommunications sector. And so the idea is that we've put a couple of teams together to solve challenges in 6 categories with a total prize amount of about 1.2 million rand that will go to each winner in each category. And so the idea is really for them to use their creativity to solve some of the key problems that we find in the sector, and as well that those problems impact our customers and impact our country and continent as well. And so the idea is that once they've solved those problems, they'd be able to take those solutions to market, and we may actually partner with them in doing that.
Okay, so I'm interested to know, I know you said it's only within the market. Is there by any chance any business that is trying to figure out what we can do with Eskom and the power crisis in South Africa?
Actually we were having this conversation last night at the opening event to say we should be thinking about hackathons for Eskom's problem, because a lot of times corporates have these challenges and they try to solve them internally with the same thinking. But actually entrepreneurship is about problem solving. In fact, that chaotic spaces are spaces for entrepreneurs. And that's why you find like entrepreneurs like Elon Musk, obviously, being able to solve some of the toughest challenges. And so, yeah, it's definitely a challenge to Eskom for them to think about how they can solve the electricity crisis, partnering with entrepreneurs and using a hackathon.
Hopefully they do actually listen to you. Misha, let me come to you. Okay. You are owner or co-owner or some type of leader in Geek Culture. Tell me some of the issues that businesses and entrepreneurs have come to you with, like the issues that they face and some of the solutions that have been given.
Right, so businesses, they think of ideas, and sometimes the biggest challenge is conceptualizing making the idea come to life. So they see the problems, they figure out how to, they think that you should come about, but they haven't thought about the technology side of things. And that's how they end up approaching us or approaching the tech community to come up with those digital solutions, those tech-related solutions. So that's usually the biggest thing that they tend to come on. But what's been interesting is that they think about a whole range of problems, from agriculture, from health, they think about the fintech sector, and interesting enough, there are those that are looking into how can they be using things like gaming to improve the education space. So those are some of the cool things that come up, and we've seen some startups actually get developed through things like hackathons, and we've seen the merging of entrepreneurs and techies and taking it far. Yeah.
And of course this in terms of the contribution to our horrible unemployment rates.
Yes. Yeah, it does make a good contribution, because it means now the entrepreneurs are now taking in fresh talent. They're taking in young people as well, so that's another good thing, through internships, taking them through the journey of solving those related problems. So it is very good for our ecosystem, our economy as well, and it plays a big factor. Yeah.
Matebe, tell me a little bit more about whether this has started already. Is it too late for people to start to try, entrepreneurs to try and get in on it?
So it's already started, and we've closed for this event, but we're going to have these periodic hackathons solving different challenges. the great thing about being part of a hackathon is that if you are wondering how to start a business or what problem you should be solving in starting a business, it's a great idea to get inspiration as well as take something from ideation stage to a minimum stage in which your corporate can consider partnering with you or investing in you through seed funding. So I would definitely encourage entrepreneurs to think about attending some of these hackathons, because this is the second hackathon we're running, and so we're probably going to be doing this for a couple of times in different sectors as well. Like Misha said, we're running a hackathon in EdTech. I mean, the categories that have been covered now in EdTech, FinTech, content and media. But there are other hackathons that will be in health, for example, that may be interesting, but it's obviously related to technology and how you can use technology in those different sectors. So yeah, so I think entrepreneurs should really watch out. And if you're not necessarily an entrepreneur at this point, just to look out for these hackathons so that you can find inspiration as part of them.
And Misha, just lastly with you, in terms of this hackathon, obviously this is something that brings about solutions for the country, right? And when you talk about technology, you think of infrastructure that really rural areas in South Africa don't have. They're always left behind. Is there anything within this hackathon that is going towards sorting out the issues there? Yeah,
so some of the solutions are focused on, you know, the lower consumers, the mid-range consumers and the high-end consumers. So it's done in such a way that it at least covers the different bases, right? So the solutions that the teams are coming with, they also involve infrastructure. So the consumption of the different infrastructures that are out there, you know, as you mentioned, there are areas where you find that connectivity is a bit of an issue. So they're building low-cost device or solutions that are able to work even if the data is a bit low. Even if it means that people cannot afford the expensive data, but at least they can still have a good experience of using the technology, a good experience. In education, it's one of the objectives within this particular hackathon, so in EdTech. So it's looking into how do you then come and create a great experience where people from marginalized communities as well are able to play and get the great content that other privileged people are able to get using technology.